Great morning. Oh wow, that's not, I should have practiced talking before I started the video. Ahem. Ahem. Should have started talking. Good morning, how are you guys doing? I did not jump out of bed with bells on this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit more tired, but I did get my hair done, so I feel good. I did my unicorn hat on. It's a little, um, here we go. Boom. Come all unicorn. Feeling good about that. I do believe that when you are glow in the dark white like I am, the absolute best color you can wear on camera is white. So if you can't see me, I'm in glow in the dark white girl camouflage. I have a typo on here and I can't figure out what the word is supposed to be. So I I didn't read beforehand. I didn't prep. Like I'm doing this in real time with you. I'm just saying, I was noticing because I did a little copy paste and I pasted today's um, little piece of scripture in the comments. And I was like, what is that word? And I'm trying to read it and I don't know what it is. So I'm looking again um, to see what is that word? So, oh man, now I did it in a paragraph form. That's weird. Anyway, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Do, 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 do. I guess we'll just make up the word. I don't know. I guess we'll make up the word when we get there. Well, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming. Here's what we got today. We got our journal. We got a writing utensil. And then I have all of the things that you'll need to make your day a glorious day and to do a quick little Bible study. Thank you so much for everybody who came yesterday. I had some messages that were given to me. They were so nice. You know, people were like, oh, thank you for doing this. It just personally, that makes me feel good. And I'm hoping that um, you, hoping that you are feeling a little bit closer to God. Like, yay, thank me, woo, woo, and encourage me because I definitely need the encouragement. But I hope that like you also are kind of looking and facing your fear. And so yesterday, what we did yesterday is we talked about kind of that. What did she call it? Hold on, I still have my notes. She called it that thorn, right? The thorn in the flesh issue that hasn't gone away. So that thing that like is still kind of holding you, that maybe you're a little bit ashamed of, that maybe you don't want people to know about. And she talked about battling with her weight. I talked about like my go-to anger. We talked about sometimes people feel like they are the doormat, those types of things. And how can we lean into God instead of leaning into that fears? When we lean into our fear takes over. So we are going to continue today. My lashes are falling out. It's a good thing. I'm getting them done Friday. Don't worry. I'll be back to Spider Girl on Friday. We are getting them. We are getting moving forward. It was 30 minutes yesterday. I'm trying to cut it down because I know it's the morning time and you actually have things to do. And I did have somebody tell me that they watched it on their lunch break, so that's fantastic. But I know at lunch, like, you still want to eat. You still got things to do. Maybe you get a 2 hour lunch. I don't know. You could be like the super executive. If you're the super executive with a 2 hour lunch, let's be real. Your lunch is really spent schmoozing the people. So, like I said, it's coming back slowly. It's coming back slowly. Like I said, we are going to be in Lamentations today. The title of our little piece of Lamentations. And I did not do all of Lamentations 3. Lamentations 3 was really, really long. And it had like subtitles. And so one of the things I did as I was going through this is when it had like a little paragraphy subtitle part, I just grabbed that subtitle, right? So just to kind of refresh, I hate when there's like a one-liner in in the Bible. I hate when there's just this little one-liner that happens, and like the whole sermon, if you will, this is not a sermon, is based on that little one line. It annoys me because like I don't. That's not what. That's not what it is. There's always context. There's always a bigger piece to it. No, I'm not a historical or theologian, so I don't have all the historical stuff. I just know what I can find quickly, either in my study Bible or in one of my study guides, or maybe right here. This is my very small little Matthew Henry concise book that I like to use and kind of flip through to see if I'm confused about something or what are they talking about. I can get somebody who's much smarter than me. I can get, oh, okay. And sometimes they use big words I don't know, and so then I have to Google those big words or ask my husband. He's smart. He knows big words. But I have that tool in my hand, and then I also like the app called Blue Letter Bible, and the Blue Letter Bible does does the same thing. It has like commentaries, including Matthew's commentaries. It has commentaries. It has little studies that can go with it, and it has references to where else you can find this part of the Bible in other parts of the Bible. And that's pretty helpful if you're new to Bibling. If you're new to Bibling, what I've learned is the New Testament, okay, the New Testament like proves the Old Testament. Sure, sure. The New Testament kind of proves the Old Testament. So the prophets, they say things, this is what's going to happen when the Messiah comes, and the the New Testament shows where that happened. Okay, so a lot of times when you are looking at the New Testament, it's going to have a little reference in like Learning Bible or in the Blue Letter Bible app, and it'll reference something in the Old Testament because what's happening right here is being proven by what was supposed to happen, or what's happening right here is the same thing that was happening over here. So it's a cool thing. I digress. I digress. I'm still looking for this, so give me a second. I want to find the right word. That's what I want in my life. I want to find the right word. Day 2. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? So we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. If you liked yesterday's, because you're back, you can click the little share button. You can share it on your page. That would be awesome. We could like maybe get more people involved in our morning devotional. If you're still afraid to do that, I'm okay with that. Like, I got it. I understand the fear. We are facing our fears today, but I understand it. Um, if you're on with me this morning and you want to say hi, you can always type in the comment. If you want to put anything in the comment, if you want to put a little prayer in the comment, if you want to put something that you did yesterday where you leaned into God and you overcame a little bit of a fear, you could do that too. But we're 7 minutes in, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're reading Lamentations 3:22-7. I'm going to read the bigger piece of it, not just the part that I put in the comments, but I did just put the small part in the comments. I didn't do the big part in the comments. So I'm starting at 19, actually, is where I'm actually going to be starting. And it says, it's a good thing to hope for help from God. I will never forget the trouble, the utter lostness, the taste of ashes, the poison I've swallowed. I remember it all. Oh, how well I remember the feeling of hitting the bottom. But there is no other thing I remember, and remembering, I keep a grip on hope. So here's our part today. God's loyal love couldn't have run out. His merciful love couldn't have dried up. They're created new every morning. They are created new every morning. How great your faithfulness. I'm sticking with God. I say it over and over. He's all I've got. God proves to be good to the man who passionately waits, to the woman who diligently seeks. It's a good thing to quietly hope for help from God. It's a good thing when you're young to stick through it in hard times. When life is heavy and hard to take, go off by yourself and enter the silence. Bow down in prayer. Don't ask questions. Wait for hope to answer. Don't run from trouble. Take it full face. The worst is never the worst. Why? Because the master won't ever walk out and fail to return. If he works severely, he also works tenderly. His stockpiles of loyal love are immense. He takes no pleasure in making life hard and throwing roadblocks in the way. Stomping down hard on luckless prisoners, refusing justice to victims in the court of high God, tampering with evidence, the master does not approve of such things. told y'all I read the whole Bible before, but like, I feel like I didn't ever read this part. I feel like yesterday and today, I feel like that was in there last time. As if the Bible that's remained consistent for all of the years that's remained consistent, right? The only thing that's changed are like the different versions. And I hate the word version, but interpretations, if you will, that has changed over the years. So to make it a little bit easier to read, if you will, that's really the only change that's ever really happened in the Bible. And it's just to make it maybe a little bit easier to understand. But when I read these things, I think to myself, like, was that there last time I read it? Like, did they add something? No, bitch, they didn't add anything. Your dumb ass just wasn't ready to hear that. I wasn't ready to listen. I wasn't ready to, like, receive this information. I was just too busy, like, trying to read and get through it. Or, like, a million other things. Like, I got shit going on. And that shit wasn't it that day. But, man, that's pretty hard hitting to me. I know that we are focusing on 22, but I want to go back just a little bit before I do the devotional. The very first it begins, I'll never forget the trouble, the utter lostness, the taste of ashes and the poison I swallowed. I remember it all. Oh, how well I remember the feeling of hitting bottom. But there's one other thing I remember, and remembering I keep a grip on hope. Man, that's like super powerful. You ever did some shit that you still feel bad for? You ever like start spiraling down? Right? I like to tell people, like, I don't give a fuck. I gave all my fucks to God. Now I need to give to you. Probably inappropriate, but it's okay. So, I gave all my fucks to God. But every now and then, the shit I did, the trouble I caused, the trouble I was in, the things that happened to me, they creep back in. And I can so remember that utter lostness, that the poison that I swallowed. I can remember it. I'm just like sitting in the bottom, like, what the hell am I going to do? And we spiral, right? That's the enemy. Devil. Satan. I wish I could do Kathy Bates as the devil from Waterboy. The devil. The devil. He's in there doing that shit. You got to get the fuck over it. Give it to God. Walk away. God's got his big old hands. He got the whole world in his hands. He can handle your little shit. All right, let's get to the devotional. Remember, I didn't write this devotional. The author's name is Sarah, not Decker. Okay. All right, here we go. For many years, I was a stay-at-home mom. In addition to 5 children, I swear to God, it's not me. For many years, I was a stay-at-home mom, and in addition to our 5 children, we were foster parents to 35 other children. Jesus. Mostly medical fragile babies. Hold on, I got to process that. I love my children. I love my grandbabies. Like, I don't like other people's children. God did not give me a heart to foster care kids. That's all I'm going to say. It's not the kids, it's the parents I hate. Except for you. I love you as a parent. Okay. While this is a rewarding and meaningful work, it was also exhausting. Yeah, it was. During those years, I felt like a little one was always hanging on my body, calling me mama, crying, or needing something from me. Amen, sister. Evenings were especially tough on my husband, who is a pastor, who would come home for a quick dinner and leave again for a church meeting. Getting the kids fed, bathed, getting them to bed by myself often felt like it was pushing me to the edge of my sanity. Outside looking in. No shit. Outside looking in. Judging. Probably not the best thing to do, but we ain't talking about judging. We're talking about fear. Let's see where we're going. At that time, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am today, and I often used food in the evenings to numb my feelings of overwhelm. We talked about that yesterday. I overate dinner. I ate more while I was cleaning up the dishes. I ate a snack after I ate a snack after snack in front of the TV, and I binged on ice cream and cookies. When I shared with a friend about my nighttime struggles, she reminded me that God promises us new mercies in the morning. Rather than ruminating, there's a word for me, all over the mistakes I had made during the day or focusing on my exhaustion level, why not go to bed, get some rest, looking forward to the new mercies waiting for me in the morning? This perspective shift made a world of difference in my evening attitude. Okay, maybe you didn't have 35 other children. I know they weren't all there at the same time, hanging on you. Good God. Maybe you didn't have 5 kids. Maybe your husband didn't work during the day, come home and eat and leave at night. Okay, maybe you didn't have the pressures of being like the perfect wife. I have yet to meet a woman who doesn't feel like she has let down some aspect of being in what she envisions in her mind, the Pinterest perfect wife. Maybe you failed something at work. Maybe you had a fight with your husband about something stupid. And by the way, everything's stupid. Um, Maybe your kid didn't do their project and you're stressed out because now you got to go do the project. Um, Over and over again, right? We can think of all the things that we get stressed about, and we go to bed and we wake up in the morning just like, shit, another fucking day. I got to do this shit all over again. And what she's saying here is she talked to her friend about her struggles and this anxiety that she's having and this like sense of overwhelm. And her friend was like, well, tiny baby Jesus says in the Bible, get the fuck over it. I'm paraphrasing. And the mistakes you made today don't matter tomorrow. That tomorrow there's a bunch of new mercies. It's going to be okay. We're going to start fresh. And that resonated with her. I like it. Let shit go. What's it say in the Bible? Don't go to bed angry. My husband has slept on the couch before. Now he sleeps on the couch right now because of his burns. That's totally different. But he has slept on the couch before. I have slept on the couch before because I don't want to deal with his shit. And we went to bed angry. That happens, right? But what if we took that part, that little one-liner? I can look it up. And we said, what if we extended it past just the relationships? Like we just kind of let it go, so that, does the Bible say don't go to bed angry? Paul shares in Ephesians. Somebody read it, thank you. Somebody tell me where to go. Google. It's wonderful. I don't know how pastors just like know this shit. I was at church on Sunday and Pastor Marquise was there and he was talking. Somebody asked a question and he just like knew where in the Bible it was. Whew. I'm not entirely sure where the sugar's kept in my pantry. Anyway, I use Google. So the advice to never go to bed angry comes from the wisdom of Paul in Ephesians 4:26. I'm not just going to go read Ephesians 4:26. Y'all know how I feel about that. Maybe I have to read it. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry. Okay, that's not what I was trying to say. Don't let the sun go down when you're still angry. So whatever. Don't go to bed angry. What if we extend it out? I don't have time to dig into it because I'm going to try to get out of here in the next 2 minutes. Because yesterday was 37 minutes. I'm trying to get you done in 15. I'm already at 18. But don't go to bed angry. What if we just kind of let that shit go knowing that tomorrow's another day? What if we embraced a little bit of Annie? I like to embrace Elsa and I like to just let shit go. But what if we embraced Annie and we remember the sun's going to come out tomorrow? Tomorrow. I'm not going to sing. I already got this happening. Nobody needs to hear me singing. So here's our question that we're going to get our journal out for. Get to stare at the top of my head. That's awkward. Let me know if it's weird that I do that and you would rather I didn't. I don't know how I would fix that problem, but like I said, this is my actual devotional. I'm reading this for the first time with you. I'm doing the work with you. Okay. Do you struggle with evening anxiety or overwhelm? Do you struggle with evening anxiety or overwhelm? Not all the time, but sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Maybe you don't. Maybe your struggle with anxiety is all day long. You don't need drugs. Maybe you need drugs, but if you're under 30, you probably need drugs because everybody under 30 needs drugs. The rest of us old people, we're going to do it with the Lord. You struggle with evening anxiety or overwhelm. How can you get some rest instead? And focus on God's mercies that will be new in the morning. I'm going to copy all this for you. I'm going to post it. And I'm going to let you do some writing. And I'm going to do some writing. And then we'll close out with a little prayer. Sounds like a winner to me. All right, guys, it's 22. I'll get faster, I promise. I just have to stop the commentary. It's just the way my brain works. It's just the way my brain works. I hope that you got some stuff down. I got some stuff down. Um, there are some things I feel like, oh, I'm really good at that, and so I don't have to write a whole lot because I got it. This one I feel like I'm really good at. I worked at it a long time. Some things though, man, I got to go back and I got to like write a lot more because I'm not good at it. We're doing these devotionals and something strikes you, take that time and write more. If I cut you off, close me down. Spend that time with God. I ain't God. Spend that time with God. My feelings aren't even hurt. If we were in person and you were to get up and walk away because I started talking too soon, my feelings would not be hurt. I'm damn sure not going to have my feelings hurt if you like click off the video. I probably won't even know. This is your time with God. It's not your time with Decker. We go somewhere, get some chips and salsa, some margaritas. That'd be our time together. We talk about that shit if you want to. I don't care. You join me. On Tuesday nights, I go to a bar, do some babbling with some folk. It's a good time. It's a good time. Anyway, if you need to spend more time writing, spend more time writing. Leave me. I'm okay. My feelings aren't hurt. But I am going to close this in a prayer, and I'm going to talk again about how I learned to pray. And it's a little acronym. I think that's what it's called. And it's just PRAY. And the P stands for praise. So you start your prayer off by praising tiny baby Jesus. R is for repent. We sin every fucking day. It's okay to say, hey, I fucked up again. There's an ask. Okay, our prayers are going to be asking for something. We might also could use A for acknowledge, where we're acknowledging the times that God has done something for us, right? And then the Y is the yes. Always like leaning and yes, I'm gonna do the shit you want me to do. Yesterday I had a really good day yesterday. Monday was a Monday. Like I had a Monday of a Monday, and like I didn't give a fuck. I just walked around like whatever. People were stressed out and stuff, and I was just like, whatever. Maybe this whole Bible Jesus thing, spending the first few minutes of your day with God works. Who knew? Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just say a quick little prayer. I'm starting with my P. I'm going to work through my R, my A, while I. So, tiny baby Jesus, thank you so much for letting me get up this morning and working through this. I know I'm going to get faster. I don't want to eat into people's day, although I do like the sound of my own voice. This is about getting a devotional for you. So thank you for getting me up, and thank you for providing me with Google so that I can look things up when I have questions. in real time. I think that that's absolutely amazing. You know what? Every day is a sinful day. Today is no different, even though I've only been up for I don't know, an hour and a half. Um, I know I've already sinned. I know I've already had some terrible thoughts about people, but specifically, when I go to bed and I think to myself, oh man, I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. When I take work to bed with me, when I take other people's drama to bed with me, when I let the anxiety, the fear, the overwhelm of what I've taken on, when I allow that to go to bed with me, instead of just saying, I did what I could do, let me come up with a solution so that tomorrow is a better day. When I do that, I'm distancing myself from you and I'm letting the enemy, Satan, the devil, I'm letting him come in. So you know what? Forgive me for allowing negative things to come in where you live, which is inside of me, of course. And that's part of my ask is that you allow me the opportunity to say no. I want to be able to say no to somebody. Hey, hey, can you build this popsicle stick house for me? I know that you like popsicles and you eat them all the time. No, I cannot. I cannot build you a house. I don't want to feel bad. Help me to be able to say no and to lean into you to do what you want versus helping out a whole bunch of other people so they don't think bad things about me. Okay? And then of course, God, please today give me opportunities today to not be overwhelmed. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to say, tempt me today. Tempt me today with the opportunity to say yes to you and no to something that would take me away from you. That's what I got. Tiny baby Jesus, the Father, the Christ. Amen. Okay, I hope you like my praying. Um, Sometimes I'm sillier than other times, but there's no wrong way to pray. No wrong way to pray. Maybe we'll do a little prayer thing here. Maybe February. Maybe we'll do that in February. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm out of here. Oh, 27 is faster than 33. I'm going to get that time down. I promise. I promise. I promise. You guys have a magnificent day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming, spending some time with Jesus. With Jesus. Oh, bye, guys.